Oh, Are You Being Served was an immensely popular British sitcom, created and written by executive producer David Croft and Jeremy Lloyd for the BBC. The series was set in London and followed the misadventures of the staff of the ladies' and gentlemen's departments at a flagship retail store for a clothing chain called Grace Brothers. It ran for 10 seasons, with 69 episodes from September 8, 1972 to April 1, 1985. There was also a spin-off series called Grace and Favor that included members of the original cast. The last surviving member of the show's cast, Nicholas Smith, died in 2015 at age 81. In this video, we'll be taking the opportunity to pay our respects to the show's deceased cast members while highlighting a few of the reasons why the slapstick comedy resonated so strongly. John Inman, Mr. Wilberforce, Claiborne Humphreys. The character Mr. Humphreys was a very flamboyant man who lived with his mother and worked as a sales assistant in the gents department. He frequently made use of double entendres, especially those related to his implied homosexual lifestyle. Mr. Humphreys was played by actor Frederick John Inman. Inman was born in June of 1935 in Preston, Lancashire. At 12, Inman and his family moved to Blackpool. It was there that he discovered his love for acting. At age 13, Inman made his stage debut in the Pavilion on Blackpool's South Pier. He made his debut in London's West End Theatre District in the 1960s, appearing in Anne Veronica at the famed Cambridge Theatre. In 1965, he made his TV debut in the sitcom A Slight Case Of in the episode The Enemy Within. He then appeared in 2 episodes of the sitcom Hugh and I in 1966. Meanwhile, he was still appearing in West End productions such as Dennis Spencer's What a Racket and Paula Stone's How Now? Brown Cow. In 1972, he was asked to join the cast of David Croft's comedy playhouse pilot, Are You Being Served? For the pilot, he only had a few minor lines, but after being told to camp it up, he evolved into one of the primary characters in the subsequent 5 episodes that were aired of the first series in early 1973. In 1986, Inman went on to appear in the sitcom until its end in 1985. In 1976, he was named BBC TV Personality of the Year, as well as TV Times Reader's Funniest Man on TV. From 1980 to 1981, he reprised his role as Mr. Humphreys in the Australian version of Are You Being Served, making him the only original British cast member to do so. In his later years, Inman continued his theatre career, touring Australia, starring in several productions including 2003's Bedside Manners and a 2001 theatre revival of Are You Being Served. On the morning of March 8, 2007, Inman died from a hepatitis A infection at St. Mary's Hospital in Paddington, London. He was 71. Molly Sugden, Mrs. Betty Slocum. Miss Slocum was a senior sales assistant at Grace Brothers and was the head of the store's ladies' department. Her character was famous for always changing her hair color and for telling provocative double entendre-laden stories about her beloved cat, Tiddles, which she frequently referred to as her pussy. Molly was born on the 21st of July, 1922 in Keighley, West Riding of Yorkshire. After witnessing a woman reading a poem at a village concert that made the crowd erupt in laughter, she decided at the age of 4 that a career in the entertainment industry was for her. The following Christmas, she got the chance to read the poem and got her first taste of what it felt like to make people laugh. After attending the Guildhall School of Music and Drama in London, she worked for 8 years with a repertory theatre company that included the likes of Roy Daltrey and Eric Sykes. Before landing her career-defining role on Are You Being Served, she also had parts in shows like The Benny Hill Show, Up Pompey, Steptoe and Son, and You and I. After Are You Being Served ended, Sugden was one of the 5 original cast members to appear in Grace and Favor. Around this time, she also made appearances in Oliver's Travels and Just William. She passed away July 1, 2009 at age 86. Wendy Richard, Miss Shirley Brahms. Born in Middlesbrough, North Yorkshire, England. On July 20, 1943, Richard had a difficult upbringing. At age 11, her father took his own life after suffering from severe depression for many years. She was then sent off to a boarding school in her teens. After being fired as a shop assistant, Richard joined the Italia Conti stage school. She landed her first big break when she provided vocals on the Mike Sarn album Come Outside, which went to #1 on the UK charts in 1962. She was then cast by David Croft in his comedy series, You and I. After that, she made appearances in shows like Likely Lads, Dad's Army, EastEnders, and Newcomers. In 1972, she was cast as Miss Brahms on Are You Being Served? She went on to appear in all 69 episodes of the series, and later reprised her role on Grace and Favor. Richard continued to appear on screen until her death in February 2009 at age 65. Frank Thornton, Captain Stephen Peacock. Born in Dulwich, London on the 16th of January 1921, Thornton honed his acting skills at the London School of Dramatic Art. After serving as a flying officer in the Royal Air Force in the Second World War, Thornton joined a repertory theatre company and appeared in the West End comedy The Party Spirit. He made his first credited screen appearance in the 1954 film Radio Cab Murdershire. On television, he became a familiar face on the TV series William Tell, and then a series regular on It's a Square World. He went on to appear in shows like The Goodies, Love Thy Neighbor, Sykes, and Steptoe and Son. His best-known role was that of Captain Peacock on Are You Being Served? He stuck with the series throughout its entire run and reprised his role in Grace and Favor. Thornton continued to act on stage and screen until 2001, when he was last seen in the black comedy mystery film Gosford Park. On the 16th of March 2013, Thornton died in his sleep of natural causes at age 92. Nicholas Smith, Mr. Cuthbert Rumbold Smith, played the autocratic, sycophantic yet bumbling and all-around incompetent floor manager at Grace Brothers. Mr. Rumbold could be a bit much, but his character was still a fan favorite. Smith was born on the 5th of March, 1934, in Banstead, Surrey. He learned to act at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, and in his early years appeared in repertory theatres on the West End stage and on Broadway. Smith landed his first speaking role in the Doctor Who serial The Dalek Invasion of Earth in 1964. He followed that up with minor roles in series such as The Avengers, The Saint, Ace of Wands, and The Champions. In 1972, Smith scored his role playing Mr. Rumbold on Are You Being Served? He remained with the show until its end in 1985. He later appeared along several of his castmates in Grace and Favor. Following the death of Frank Thornton in 2013, Smith was the last surviving cast member of Are You Being Served? He died December 6, 2015, following a head injury from a fall at his home in Sutton. Trevor Bannister, Mr. James, and Dick Lucas. After appearing on stage at the Cambridge Theatre in London in the 1960 production of Billy Liar, Bannister appeared in the 1968 TV series The War of Darky Pilbeam. The following year, he showed up in Jack Rosenthal's sitcom The Dustbin Men. Not long after, he was asked to play Mr. Lucas in the comedy playhouse Are You Being Served? Pilot. The show was originally intended to be a vehicle for Bannister. He received top billing in the first 4 series, but after the show developed into more of an ensemble offering, his role was greatly reduced. He left the show in 1980. Bannister continued to act on stage and screen for the next couple of decades. In 2003, he was given the role of Toby Mulberry Smith in the long-running and popular sitcom Last of the Summer Wine. He remained with the series until its end in 2010. Bannister died of a heart attack at 76 on April 14, 2011. Arthus Brow, Mr. Ernest Granger. Mr. Granger was a 40-year veteran employee of Grace Brothers and was the senior sales assistant and head of the gents department. He often fell asleep on the job, was generally quite grumpy, and could always be seen wearing a measuring tape over his shoulders. Sadly, Brow died 2 months after his wife Elizabeth passed away on the 28th of May, 1978 in Folkestone, Kent. He was 73. He had just finished up performing in Series 5 and was gearing up to appear in the 6th season of the sitcom at the time of his passing. Harold Bennett Young, Mr. Grace. Mr. Bennett was the very old, rich, and exceptionally stingy store owner of Grace Brothers. He was always surrounded by attractive young women despite his age. Before landing his role on Are You Being Served, he had a minor role in Dad's Army. He was born in Hastings, Sussex in 1896, so by the time he joined the cast, he was already quite advanced in years. He appeared in the first 8 seasons before dying of a heart attack on September 11, 1981, at age 82. His character was killed off in the first episode of Grace and Favor. Now it's time to hear from you. Who was your favorite character from Are You Being Served? Let us know in the comments section below. No audio.